Hello, you all. If my voice sounds a little bit off, I have a cold, so I'll also do some hand movements. So, I have a cold. That's why I also have a blanket with me. Because I just checked and I also have like fever, but my mom gave me this thing for it that you have to put in a glass and drink it. And it's actually like the first time in my life that I drank that. But let's get to the point. I don't want to make this video crazy long. The point is, I'm going to be reading you some of my dreams that I've had these past days because I thought that it would be fun because I think the dreams are interesting. Also, there's no need to give me well wishes. I mean that there's no need for it. But if anyone, I said if anyone wanted to tell me like get better, no pressure. Really, I genuinely mean it when I say that it's not needed. But if anyone wants to tell me that, I told my mom that I would tell you all. If anyone wants to do that, to wish my parents well as well, because we all have the same cold or sickness, cold, whatever. So, but it's fine, and honestly, I would rather have this, and I don't even care how many times worse than my mental illness. So, but I'm going to be reading dreams, and this is inspired. By a singer. It's called Emily Jeffrey. Emily Jeffrey. I will write her name there, and she has started doing this thing on Substack, where this was inspired by her, where she documents like vivid dreams that she has because of antidepressants. I'm not on antidepressants. This is like a very rip-off version because I'm not even on antidepressants. There is no scientific part to this. I just think dreams are interesting. That's really it. But I feel like Emily's thing is like her. Yeah, it's really underrated, and you should totally check it out if you want to. You can read it on Substack, and you can also find her on Instagram, and her music is cool as well. But yeah. But did this say anything? But I have my fancy laptop here, and I have written down my dreams from these past days, and I uploaded it to the thing from Google. So I'm going to be reading them from the thing from Google. Also, I want to show my shirt because it's matched. This sticker actually came with the shirt that I'm wearing right now, and I like it. Oh, and it's merch from the singer Corpse/Corpse Husband. Does anyone know him, by the way? Let me know. But and this sweater, by the way, is made by my grandma. I was really cold earlier. But now maybe the thing that my mom gave me is like working probably. I'm not cold anymore. I'm like really up now actually. Anyway, so what the fuck? Oh, also look at my hair. Yay, my hair. My mom dyed it, and I'm really happy with it. And that's all of the layers of clothes that I will be taking off for this video. Let me get my dreams. Let me just. Oh, I also wanted to look up the thing from Emily Jeffrey because she actually does it for a good reason, unlike me. So I kind of wanted to look up if any of y'all is interested in that, what antidepressant that she was. anyone doesn't know Substack, it's like a writing platform. People write on it, and that's kind of its whole thing. Sertraline. I'm so pronouncing this wrongly. Sertralin. Okay. Let me just go to my what's it called? Drive, Google Drive. It's called. And maybe I wrote it down in my notes app. Maybe everything. I was waiting until I have 5 dreams written down, and now I have 5 dreams written down. Maybe this is all going to be in the wrong order again, like in the last time that I did something like this with screenshots of songs. So, let's see. Is this the first? Is this the first one? I think that this might be actually the beginning, so let me start reading. Okay. Oh no, my ring got stuck in my... Oh yeah, let me just... Oh. Doesn't this look way cool? Look how cool I am. Reading. I should pose for my thumbnail. No, look, I have a set piercing. Let me just start reading, okay? Okay, so dream number 1 of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 1 of 5. Okay. I'm looking at my laptop right now. So, someone that I used to be in high school with somehow found my YouTube channel, and she thought it was cool, and we talked a bunch of times after that. That all happened in a dream, by the way. This is all a dream. One of the only cool classmates that I had in high school. So shout out to her. Heart. Like this, and then a tree. That's what I wrote down. Then I was in a hotel with my parents. We were on vacation, and it was one of the last days of our vacation. My mom had planned to go to this zoo that we also often go to in real life. It was past 6 a.m. and we hadn't slept yet, so I don't know how we would have gone about the going to the zoo thing. Like, only sleep for a few hours, or question mark. And then between like these things, whatever it's called in English, I have to say my parents do not go to sleep that late in real life. I don't want to spread an impression of them. That's just not true. These are just dreams, so obviously a lot of it is not going to realistic. That was supposed to be not going to be realistic. Then it was later in the morning. And we had to leave the hotel. This was our last day in that hotel, apparently. We had breakfast, and there were so many different options. A lot of stuff like cake, for example, which I liked. But then after that, we were pretty much leaving the hotel end, and that's the end of the screenshot. So let's see if the next swipe, if the next screenshot is actually the next screenshot or not. Yes, it is. Yay. Yay. We were pretty much leaving the hotel, and we had to pass the breakfast room thing again. Breakfast. So I decided to eat some more breakfast things. As I walked by there were a lot of cake-like things with a lot of chocolate in them that I ate. Then I also took an eclair thing. I'm not sure if that's what see my rings. I have Hello Kitty ring. I have this ring. And I have these two rings. Skull ring and black ring. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, will the next screenshot be the actual next screenshot? Let's find out. That reminds me of this thing that was in BoJack Horseman, but I forgot what it's called. But at the end, I think they say, "Let's find out." I still have not watched the last few episodes of BoJack Horseman yet because I am scared and I don't know if I'm ever going to watch them. But this thing in BoJack Horseman called what was the show called? So celebrities and what do they know? Do they know things? Let's find out. Something like that. It was something like that. Oh, I got a notification that Sandy from The Ultimatum and Perfect Match, which are two dating shows, posted something, and she's like my favorite participant. Is anyone watching Perfect Match? Who's your favorite participant? Please let me know. I'm curious. My favorite participant is Sandy, and I'm only watching Perfect Match season 3 because she's in there, honestly. Because I have like beef with Perfect Match because of how wrong they did, like Dominic and Britain in the last season. But now I'm watching it anyway for Sandy because Sandy was my favorite participant in The Ultimatum. So oh yeah, it's actually the next screenshot. Yay. Party. I was doing something where I video called people and did ASMR during that video call, and they paid for it. This is also a dream. This is dream number 2. This is proof that me in my dreams is sometimes nothing like how I am, how I actually am, because I was dreamy, not extremely anxious about video calling people, laughing my ass off. But anyway, for some reason, it was a functioning idea in my dream. For some reason. But not be real life, I feel like, but like yeah, sometimes me in my dreams is nothing like me real life. But I mean, it could be worse than this. This is like, it's not a bad idea. Wait, why I accidentally clicked some button. Okay. For some reason, so people would contact me and tell me how long they wanted the video call to be, and I would assign them a day and hour. There were quite a bunch of people who signed up for it already, actually, and I just set random dates and hours that were like most of the time always a day apart. The hour wasn't the same every day, but I think that some days it was like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. and at least one time also before that, I think. And I low-key almost forgot some of the hours that I was going to video call someone, which also wouldn't happen in real life, lol. So first I had 2 video calls with someone that I actually know personally of like 20 minutes or something. Not a crazy long, crazy, not a crazy long time. Anyway, and they actually paid me. I don't remember anything that went on in the video call though. I have no clue. Next. Yay, also in the right order. What I actually said or did during any of the video calls. LMAO. Is that how you even say? I type these things but I never normally say them out loud. LMAO. My dream kind of just skipped through those parts, I guess. But then someone requested a longer video call. I did those video calls on my laptop, by the way. On my laptop. Oh, my laptop. Where was I? By the way. Oh, and they requested a longer video call of like like 1 to 2 hours. I accidentally almost forgot the hour that I said there, but the people who called me were late as well, so they probably didn't mind. These are people that do not exist in real life, by the way, but so I thought that it was only going to be one person based on the photos on the profile. But then in the video call it was like 2 people, and there also was a kid somewhere in their place, and none of them looked anything like the photos that I saw earlier. I had already been video calling them for a long time, and it actually went better than I expected. Again, I have no idea what happened during the video call, but I think nothing crazy actually. I think that I mainly just talked, question mark. Not sure what I was even selling, to be honest. Like, I don't know what was going on. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, laughing my fucking ass off. But those people didn't pay me yet, and I was wondering like when they were going to pay me, and if they were ever going to pay me, since they were supposed. No, this is the wrong screenshot. This is the wrong screenshot. Let me find the right screenshot. Oh yeah, since they were supposed to pay me a bunch for such a long video call. Laughing my fucking ass off. I should not, if I make another video like this, I should not include abbreviations like that, because again, I don't remember doing much at all during those video calls, so I don't even know why I was supposed to be getting a bunch of money, LMAO. Then in another part of that dream, or just in another dream maybe, I was with my family on my mom's side in the house of my grandparents. Which actually happened in real life as well the day that I'm writing this. In those things. I knew that we were meeting up today though, so it's not as if my dream was a prediction or anything. Haha. The next dream, this is a fake dream, because I just wrote not a fun dream, so I'm not writing that down. Heart emoji. like this. But so I'm not actually counting this one. There are 3 actual dreams left. In some dreams I did leave a little bit out, but actually I did not leave much stuff out. I actually really did. In some dreams I didn't leave anything out. So, okay, next. I doubted if I would even include this dream, to be honest, but I'm doing it anyway for y'all's entertainment. Heart eyes emoji. So I was playing a game that seemed like a combination of Big Brother and Too Hot to Handle or something like that. Those are both reality shows, by the way. And there actually are game versions of both of them in real life, but this game in my dream was even different. I remember that besides my own character, I think that screenshots that I just saw the screenshots okay. So I remember that besides my own character, I actually don't even know what my own character looked like, but I had a character because that's how these games work. Let me just, you cannot see my leg anymore. Are you all very sad now? Sorry. Next, I suddenly, earlier, like an hour ago or something, I thought I was thinking like, there's no point in trying to pretend to be cool because you don't know what people are going to think is cool. So I'm just saying whatever the fuck, but I still hope that people will find it cool. I still really hope that people will find it cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like I really hope that y'all find this video cool. I really hope that y'all find everything that I do cool. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I always want people to try not to assume anyone's gender ever, but in these dreams sometimes I feel like I actually knew what someone's gender was supposed to be, if that makes any sense. So that's why. Okay. But in general, do not assume someone's gender based on what they look like. Okay. Okay. Then, where was I? I assume that they made the remaining girl characters nicer, since it would be kind of dumb if they made all of them mean. There was a girl with pink hair, who apparently made fun of my character at some point, but that seemed to be the only rude thing that she had done so far, though, so it's possible that she would have turned out to be alright, actually. Still not a fan of her, though. Then the other girl was a blonde girl, and I do not remember any details, but she was more rude than the pink-haired girl. I think that there also was a blonde girl who was nice, though. Then everyone. I think there also might have been a brown hair girl slash woman. Woman. Well, I can't do English. I cannot do English. Well, all of the characters were supposed to be over 18, but where am I? Then everyone was assigned a duo. Other characters were talking about a name, Dirk or something, maybe, I do not remember. But they were like, I don't even know which guy has that name. And to be honest, I didn't know either. But in my defense, I don't remember what names any of the characters had. One of the girlies that I mentioned earlier had a unique name though, like one that you don't hear often. But anyway, the guy in question turned out to be the guy that I was a duo with. I remember that one of... I have to find the next screenshot. I remember that... I found a screenshot. I remember that one of the guys was almost bald but not quite, and he had glasses, black glasses, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember if this was the guy that I was in a duo with, or another guy though. I feel like it might have been unclear, even in my dreams, since, you know, dreams are confusing. Dreams are confusing. Anyway, it seemed like you could get eliminated from the game like in Big Brother. And for some reason, only my duo partner and I had to do some task, because I think we were at risk of getting eliminated. I don't know why exactly though, since the game only just started, and I don't think that anyone had to vote yet. By the way, if this was in real life, I would never participate in a show like this, because I know for a fact that I would get voted out first. Because I'm actually really shy, okay, so that would be like, she's quiet and weird. Bye. So, and like, I would get anxious, like, they would be like, select a person for this activity, and I would be like, I cannot do this. I cannot physically do this because of my anxiety. So where am I? That's not even the worst part of all of my different anxieties, but like that's not the worst. Anyway. Since the game only just started, and I don't think that anyone had to vote yet. But anyway, for that part, I am sorry. I am so sorry. But anyway, for that part, it actually felt like I was in a game instead of playing the game, and the task was pretty stupid, to be honest. A pretty stupid sounding song played, and the guy had to like act the song out or dance to it or something like that. just kind of acted the song out. It wasn't anything special, but I put a lot of effort into that, which I would never do in real life. LOL. Like stuff. By acting out, I mean stuff like that kind of stuff. Nothing crazy, but and I did like in a super overly excited and convincing way, which you will not not catch me doing in real life. Absolutely no offense to other people who do that, but my social anxiety, I would say, no, 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 no. um, that must have been the best option. Wait, this is the wrong screenshot again. Option, not to get eliminated though, but still. Then someone was teaching all of us to do some medical stuff for some reason. Then I continued playing the game, and now my character was talking to two other guys who like started dating or hooking up with each other or whatever. They asked my character something, but I don't remember what anymore. Maybe my opinion on another character. After I chose an option, it showed what other players had voted, and it was somewhat divided, even though one of the two options was still the most voted option. I do not remember what the options were anymore. I don't. But then those other characters asked my character, I wrote characters, but I mean character, if I would consider doing a rule break, like in Do How to Handle, which is one of the reality shows that I mentioned. Where am I? And the options were like basically being open to it or being like, no, that's not right. And I chose the option that was open to it, and then it showed me that 100% of the other players had chosen the same option. That those two other characters basically suggested to hook up with them or something. And the options were to hit on the one guy, hit on the other guy, or a secret third option between those things. I forgot that option. I actually did forget that option. And I actually liked the personality of one of those guys, so I wanted to choose the option about that guy, but the option said names, and I didn't know which guy had what name yet, so I was thinking like, I need to look up what their names are. And that's the end of the dream. I woke up after that. Kind of cursed, honestly. I'm sorry. Kind of cursed. It's kind of, maybe some of you find it entertaining. It's entertaining, right? It's entertaining, right? You don't have to answer that. Okay, next dream number 4. Dream number 4444. I was in some kind of art class, but instead of teaching art, the teacher was teaching everyone, I think, how to surf! Exclamation mark. But it also had something to do with killing some kind of animal, which I would not recommend. I'm vegetarian. Do not kill any animals. I am against that. But I once met one person who actually like really did care about like the nature and the environment. Actually, really cared a lot about that, and they did seem to like not be against the concept of killing animals in some situations, because they were like, that's how nature works or something like that, and they actually didn't have bad intentions. So no shade to that one person, but that I'm only making an exception for that one person. Okay, where was I? And learning whatever we were supposed to be learning came in different phases. The beginning phase that we were in seemed okay. remember that. If I ever would have had to do those, seemed worse. Oh, I remember having to swim like as fast as possible from one side of water to another. The water wasn't huge because in like 3 swim arm things. I don't know how to say that in English. Emoji that's like smiling but crying. During my best moment, I was already on the other side of the water. Oh, in like three swim arm things. Yeah, and there were like always 3 people swimming at the same time. There was also this really nice person who was also in this class, who let me swim before her and was encouraging to me. Then we were somewhere inside in the classroom, question mark, that was actually meant for whatever subject that this was. And this classroom actually was filled with stuff that had to do with art. The classroom made it clear that our teacher also painted. The teacher looked like someone from this reality show that I watched with my mom, which is like a dating show about bed and breakfast owners. I am talking about watching dating shows a concerning amount. This video a concerning amount, but they are entertaining. Okay, I find them entertaining. Where am I? The teacher in my dream also had a similar personality too. Wait, yeah. So someone from that show, that the teacher in my dream, like looked like her, and the teacher in my dream also had a similar personality to that person as well. The teacher in my dream was like, she had strong opinions and she made sure to let you know if you were doing something wrongly. Okay, that sounds very negative. She also complimented people when they were right, lol. I was standing in this classroom and not really listening to what this teacher was saying anymore, but in my defense, most people didn't seem to be listening, and I was listening to her earlier, okay? But she asked me why some, what do you call this in English, like paper that you compiled? Let me look it. I don't know. What? I don't know. I wrote people, but I mean papers. Paper that she put in covers. Question mark. And she gave all those covers a number. Sorry if this makes no sense. But then she suddenly asked me, like, why do I not have a cover called 0? And I have to come up with different titles if I want to put it before number 1. And I was like, oh shit, I wasn't listening before. I guessed the amazing birds. Because 0 doesn't exist. Question mark. And apparently that was the correct answer. So I scored good points in the head of our teacher. Then she asked someone else another question, and he didn't know the answer, but this guy, pretty sure it was a guy, had been annoying anyway and making a joke out of everything. Not in a good way. In like an entitled way, like disrespectful way. And I think the teacher kicked him out of the class like forever. And then I got to read some letters. I don't know, it just appeared in my vision. Dreams are weird. Between the guy that was kicked out and the teacher. I don't know, I don't remember what those were about anymore. I think that I might have been thinking about not being in the class until the ending either, though, if that was an option. And then I wrote, okay, I just told my mom in real life about this dream, and she immediately guessed what participant from the bed and breakfast show that I was talking about when I said that someone from that show was a teacher in my dream. Wait, my that she had teacher vibes. I guess that this is the last stream now. I was saying I don't want to make this video too long. It's too long. If I want to do this again, because I actually found this kind of fun. If I want to make a video like this again, maybe I should do like 3 dreams in one video instead of 5, because okay. I woke up from having gone to sleep. Oh, but this was actually in the dream, by the way. I woke up from having gone to sleep and went downstairs. Or is this dream number 5? I don't even remember. I think it is. Yeah. I was still planning on going to sleep later again though. But downstairs there was this woman, a Belgian singer. In this dream, for some reason, there are a lot of singers in these dreams. Either Isabella A or Bella Perez. They're both Belgian singers. But this wasn't surprising to me because apparently she lived with us. And she seemed nice to me. So, and then my dad also came downstairs to drink some water, or because he couldn't sleep or something like that. Also, I think that there were even more people living with us. But I don't know. It was between 1 and 2 a.m. and I had slept for some hours before that. Which is funny because in this dream I seem to have a normal sleeping schedule, apparently, because I cannot remember the last time that I went to sleep. Wait, this is the wrong screenshot again. And I went to sleep that early. Ha 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 ha. I don't know how many ha-has I wrote. But then we were somewhere outside. I'm not fully sure who else was outside with me. Probably my mom or my dad or the singer. But I remembered what I saw there from earlier. Wait, but I remembered what I saw there from. I don't know what this sentence is, but I saw like a man who looked like he was in his 50s or maybe around 60 or something, who seemed very drunk or something like that, who was like throwing up and doing whatever. He seemed to have gotten pretty dirty somehow. I don't know how, but it wasn't just from the throwing up. There was like a party or something going on earlier, and I know that we knew this man but we were like super close to him. I think that we were on vacation or something, and he was part of a group that we were on vacation with or something. My dumb self thought, well, at least I still have a lot of time left to do stupid stuff considering the age of the man. Don't come for me. Don't come for me, okay? Whoever was with me there joked that the man was my responsibility since I was standing kind of close to him. Now that I'm awake, I do hope that someone was looking after the guy, laughing my fucking ass off. Well, it's not as if he actually... Where is the screenshot? As if he actually exists in the first place. Ha ha ha. Anyway, but I don't know. He seemed fine. I mean, he didn't seem fine because he was like throwing up, but I mean personality-wise, like he wasn't actually bothering anyone. It seemed like. So, anyway, in another part of my dream, I noticed that a YouTube video. A YouTube video that I had posted had gotten some more hype than I expected. So I thought that nice. I mean, it was only still a few nice comments or something like that, nothing crazy, but it was still more than I expected. It was a video that I mean, like the center of a city. Ha ha ha! Oh, and in another dream, I was like taking selfies with my aunt on my mom's side of the family. Um, I was somewhere with everyone of my mom's side of the family, but it wasn't anyone's house. It was like somewhere on vacation or in a restaurant. And then, okay, in real life, after this, I went to sleep again, and I had another dream, but it's already the next night, right now. I wrote this a few hours ago, by the way, I think. Yeah, a few hours ago. So I probably forgot some things from it by now. But so, in this dream, I was somewhere, I think in a restaurant. My parents probably were there as well. My parents, no, I already said that. Somewhere I heard someone yell, I hate Frakje. Frakje is a Dutch singer. But the plot twist is the person yelling. That was Frakje herself. So it seemed like she was kind of having a mental breakdown. I couldn't even see her, so I don't know how exactly I was able to tell that it was her, but I knew somehow. And through some social media platform, I was able to let her know that I heard her yelled at and talked to her a little bit. I don't know what the fuck we talked about, but I didn't just text her that though. I guess she posted something about it somewhere, and I was able to text her because our phones were close to each other or something like that. My glasses keep kind of sliding off. It's kind of annoying, but it doesn't really matter. Also, I feel like it would be cool to get a piercing like here, you know. But with my glasses, I would have to get lenses if I wanted that. But this piercing isn't even fully healed, and my mom was like, maybe you just get tattoos before putting piercings all over your face and actually feel like I don't want piercings more badly than tattoos. But I have social anxiety, so I don't think that I will actually be getting tattoos like super quickly. where was I? What was I saying? Where was I? Oh, okay. Then I was in a hotel with my parents, and somehow I was able to text this other singer called Emily Jeffrey, also known as the singer who inspired me to make this video. She was nice to me, and at some point she was talking to me about how miserable life is these days. LOL. No shade. That was pretty real. That's it. That's everything I wrote down. This video is so long, and I have to watch everything. I would say to edit it, but it's just me watching it. Really, because there's nothing much to edit about this video at all. But yeah. But we had this festival. Two festivals actually, a paying version and a free version. The drinks and the toilet weren't free, but that's over since today. Today was the last day. So I don't know. Yeah, that I should make this video even longer. Okay. Bye. What the fuck you want? Bye. Please take care. Please take care. Bye. Bye. Please take care. Please take care. Please take care. I hope that you found these stupid dreams entertaining.